What happened to our ancient ancestors? Imagine a world tens of thousands of years ago where not one, but several different kinds of humans walked the earth. A world where entire civilizations, entire species of people, vanished, seemingly without a trace. What if everything we thought we knew about our earliest ancestors was just a fraction of the truth? Today, we re-diving deep into one of the most unsettling mysteries of our past, the story of those who came before us. We'll explore the secrets of their disappearance, the incredible legacies they left behind, and the startling truth about what it means to be human. Stick with me, because this is the untold story of our ancient family. Let's rewind the clock. Way, way back. We're talking hundreds of thousands of years. The world is a vastly different place, a wild, untamed landscape sculpted by ice ages and dramatic climate shifts. Survival isn't just a goal, it's a relentless, daily struggle against predators, the elements, and starvation. And in this world, our story begins. This is the dawn of humanity's footprint. Long before Homo sapiens dominated the planet, there were others. Meet Homo erectus, the upright man, one of our earliest known ancestors to walk on two legs and harness the power of fire. They were pioneers, spreading out of Africa and across Asia. Their simple stone tools, like the Acheulean hand axe, were the Swiss army knives of their time, versatile, effective, and a testament to their growing intelligence. These tools weren't just rocks. They were the first signs of technology, of culture being passed down through generations. Then came the Neanderthals. Far from the brutish cavemen of popular myth, Neanderthals were highly adapted to the cold, harsh climates of Ice Age Europe and Asia. They were sophisticated hunters, capable of taking down massive prey like mammoths and woolly rhinos. They cared for their sick and elderly, buried their dead with intention, and may have even had their own form of symbolic thought or art. Their brains were, on average, even slightly larger than ours today. They weren't a failed experiment. They were a stunning success story that lasted for hundreds of thousands of years. And then there's the most mysterious branch of our family tree, the Denisovans. We know so little about them, it's tantalizing. Their existence was only confirmed in 2010 from a single pinky bone and a few teeth found in a Siberian cave. Yet, DNA analysis of these fragments revealed a population distinct from both Neanderthals and modern humans. Who were they? Where did they live? All we have are these ghost-like genetic traces they left behind in modern populations across Asia and Oceania, hinting at a vast, forgotten realm. These early humans weren't just randomly wandering. Their lives were shaped by powerful natural pressures. They followed the herds, they moved with the changing seasons, and they were pushed and pulled by advancing and retreating glaciers. These migrations weren't just a journey. They were the engine of human evolution, forcing adaptation and innovation at every turn. This was their world, a planet of multiple human species, each carving out a life against incredible odds. But then, everything changed. One by one, they began to disappear. This brings us to the Great Departures, the mystery that has puzzled scientists for decades. What happened to the Neanderthals? For over 300,000 years, they were the undisputed masters of their domain. And then, around 40,000 years ago, they vanished from the fossil record. Poof, gone. How could such a successful and resilient species just disappear? The theories are as dramatic as the event itself. One leading idea is climate change. The end of the last ice age brought rapid, violent swings in temperature. The cold-adapted ecosystems Neanderthals relied on collapsed, and the large game they hunted may have dwindled. Perhaps they simply couldn't adapt quickly enough to this new, unstable world. Another powerful theory is competition. And the new competitor on the block was us, Homo sapiens. Around 60,000 years ago, a small group of modern humans began a momentous journey out of Africa. As they spread across the globe, they eventually came face to face with their distant cousins, the Neanderthals, who had occupied Europe and Asia for millennia. Were we better hunters? Did our slightly more complex social structures give us an edge in securing resources? It's possible we simply outcompeted them. With a faster reproductive rate and more efficient hunting techniques, we might have gradually squeezed them out of the best territories until their populations were no longer viable. But the story isn't just about competition, it's also about connection. The most groundbreaking discovery in recent years is that we didn't just replace them, we interbred with them. The proof is in our DNA. If you have ancestry from outside of Africa, you likely carry between 1 to 2% Neanderthal DNA in your genome. These aren't just random bits of code. They influenced our immune systems, our skin's response to sunlight, and even our susceptibility to certain diseases. So, did they truly go extinct? Or were they, in a way, absorbed into our own species? The Neanderthal enigma isn't a simple case of one species dying out. It's a complex, dramatic saga of climate, competition, and surprising collaboration. They didn't just vanish. A part of them lives on inside us. And what about the Denisovans, the shadow people of our past? If the Neanderthal story is a mystery, the Denisovan story is almost a complete void. We have more questions than answers. All their physical remains could fit in the palm of your hand. Yet their genetic legacy is immense. We know they separated from the Neanderthal lineage hundreds of thousands of years ago and carved out their own existence, primarily in Asia. Genetic evidence suggests they were incredibly diverse and widespread. But why are their bones so rare? One possibility is that they lived in environments where fossilization is uncommon, like humid forests. Another is that we simply haven't been looking in the right places. Or perhaps we have found their remains but misidentified them, labeling them as something else before we had the technology to analyze their DNA. The out-of-Africa migration of Homo sapiens is the pivotal event that ties all of this together. Our ancestors weren't just explorers. They were survivors. They encountered and interacted with these other human populations. Imagine those first meetings. Was it with fear, curiosity, or aggression? We can only speculate. But what we know for sure is that these encounters left a permanent mark. DNA tells us that modern humans interbred not just with Neanderthals, but with Denisovans as well, and perhaps even other, yet-to-be-discovered ancient groups. For example, some populations in Melanesia and Australia carry up to 5% Denisovan DNA. This genetic inheritance may have provided crucial adaptations, helping our ancestors survive in new and challenging environments. Our journey across the planet wasn't a solo mission. It was a complex dance of interaction and integration. We are the last human species standing, but we are not a pure lineage. We are a mosaic, a hybrid, built from the genetic legacies of those who came before. So where does that leave us? Are we the winners of an evolutionary race? It's not that simple. We are the inheritors. We carry the echoes of these lost worlds within our very cells. The Neanderthal genes that boost our immunity also make us more prone to allergies. The Denisovan gene that helps Tibetans thrive at high altitudes is a direct gift from our ancient cousins. We are a living, breathing archive of human history. The story of our ancient ancestors isn't one of failure, but of a rich and diverse human family that once spanned the globe. Their legacy is a profound reminder that our own existence was never a foregone conclusion. It was shaped by chance, by struggle, and by the surprising connections made in a world we can now only glimpse through fragments of bone and whispers in our DNA. We are the last of our kind, but we are not alone in our history. We stand on the shoulders of giants, Neanderthals, Denisovans, and others we have yet to name, who all contributed to the incredible, complex story of us. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into our deep past. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more dives into the mysteries of history and science. What do you think really happened to the Neanderthals? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.